The priest slices open the tent with a silver sword, and sunlight blazes directly onto Vlad's face. His cheeks begin to melt, his skin peeling away in chunks.
He's a monster!
People are terrified, completely forgetting his past kindness, and decide to burn Vlad alive. Though the queen begs and blocks them desperately, they refuse to listen to any explanation. Just then, thick smoke turns into dark clouds, swallowing the burning sun in an instant. Vlad steps out of the fire unharmed. Filled with rage at these betraying people, he shouts,
You are alive because of me!
If the queen hadn't stopped him in time, and if he hadn't wanted to show cruelty in front of his son, he would have slaughtered them all without mercy. Meanwhile, the Sultan receives word that his old rival Vlad has turned into a vampire. To keep his soldiers from panicking, he has their eyes blindfolded for the time being. This foolish act slows down the army's advance. By the time they reach the foot of the mountain, night has already fallen. For Vlad, a creature of the night, this only makes him stronger. More and more bats gather around. Vlad merges them into a giant arm and slams it into the enemy army. He then condenses the bats into a huge fist and smashes it into the ground. The Sultan's soldiers fall like paper, completely defenseless. Vlad turns into a swarm of bats and teleports across the battlefield, knocking the Sultan off his horse, planning to capture the enemy leader and force him to retreat. But he soon realizes this is only a decoy. Yes, fallen for a diversion. A separate enemy force has sneaked into the monastery and is massacring the villagers. Even his wife has been thrown off a cliff. He instantly transforms into bats and flies back, but despite his godlike power, he cannot change his wife's fate. He can only watch helplessly as she falls. In her final moments, his wife begs Vlad to drink her blood. The sun is already rising and Vlad is about to lose his power. But their son has been taken by the enemy, and he must be saved. After agonizing hesitation for the sake of their son, Vlad bites into his wife in unbearable pain. The kind, peace-loving King Vlad is gone forever. In his place stands Dracula, the all-powerful first vampire. Filled with burning rage, he goes to confront the Sultan. The Turks have no idea that they are not facing just Dracula alone, but an entire army of vampires. He shares his blood with his dying people, turning them into new vampires, then leads them in a brutal slaughter of the Ottoman army. With his new kindred dealing with the rank and file, Vlad can finally focus on the Sultan himself. But the cunning Sultan is already prepared. He knows vampires' weaknesses well. He holds a silver sword and has covered the tent floor with countless silver coins, planning to use supernatural weaknesses against supernatural power. Sure enough, Vlad is completely suppressed in this environment. After a fierce fight, Vlad is on the verge of defeat. Just as a wooden stake is about to pierce his heart, he sees his son tied nearby. In that moment, he remembers his dead wife's last wish. He bursts forth with explosive power, turns into bats, and turns the tide. He finally rescues his son. The vampires outside have gone wild with bloodlust and even try to drink his son's blood. As the strongest vampire, Vlad kills the ringleader instantly. He then hands his son to the priest, who is protected by holy relics, to send him back home to inherit the throne. Looking at these people who have lost all humanity, Vlad finally realizes he has made a terrible mistake. Not everyone has his iron will to resist the urge to drink human blood. If left unchecked, these vampires will bring catastrophe to the human world. So he uses his power to part the clouds, and personally fixes the disaster he has created.